Still, you know what's going on. Yeah, it's still politics as usual. Life looking beautiful, talking real heavy, more heavy than the usual. Shook the whole world up, and type of motion new to you. So it's just a throwback. Losing, we don't know that. Only give them our facts. That's exact what y'all lack. Always show the people love, so they show us love back. Yeah. And Ben Worthy like 42 on a Lakers jersey. It flies the jet logo on Benny Testaverde. Yesterday's price ain't today's price to double up. Cause yesterday's nice ain't today's nice. I'm warming up.
Do. And once again, it's on. We are back at it. Politics as usual. NBA podcast. I'm here with my main man, Posse Paz. We go back like a Cadillac with 4 flats with a baby in the back. We got Mr. Adam Carter here tonight. What's going on, my guy?
What's up, Jack? How you doing, brother?
Man, that intro gets better and better. I almost spit a bar or two.
Yo, don't go back to the old days. Don't bring up your past.
I am Rashad Blade Grove tonight. Do your Googles.
And tonight I am him.
Ooh,
strictly him.
I like it.
Strictly him.
I like it. Oh man, we got some good talk tonight. Some great topics. A lot happening in the league, in the association, as the smart people say. So man, so first of all, let me give an early shout out to the executive producer, Brandi Grove,
to the Blizzard.
That beautiful imagery coming on there.
We looking official, man.
We looking real official.
Each episode is getting better and better, man. Listen,
this
man.
Scam is unbelievable. How we've been scamming these people for 3 weeks.
Hey, listen, we made it to week 3, so I went in the vote. I had to pull out the AI Georgetown 3 jersey. I had to go into the vault for that one. So it's a special episode, man. We said we didn't think we were going to make it to episode 2. We made it to 3, brother. We are showing off.
You in the vote, and I dug this up. This is acquired culture. I know you know about that. But don't look at me too. Don't look at me too close, or I might pop.
Listen, you got to stay really still. Really
zoom out, y'all. Zoom out. Yes, sir. Yeah, man. What we got tonight for the folks?
Oh man, another hot show lined up, brother. We gonna start with the weekly recap. Let's talk about what has happened since the last time we were on here, brother. So what were you most surprised about last week? So what stood out for you, brother?
Yo, the Minnesota Timberwolves. They beat the Celtics.
Yeah.
And they beat the Nuggets.
Yeah. And I think that goes to what we talked about on the show, like the young kid, man, he's serious, man. He's coming.
Serious.
Coming.
Yeah. And he was sticking Tatum as well. That kid, he had the super duper highlights with dunking on everybody. But now getting that 3-pointer, he's finally realizing, putting together his brains with his athleticism. Man, when they trade Karl Anthony Towns,
when it happens, he's going to happen.
Remember, he was the best big man,
right?
He was thinking like him, Anthony Davis, then Embiid.
Yeah,
They talk about Anthony Davis. I don't think he fell off as much. Like Towns, I don't know what's going on.
A few years ago, Towns was talking about he's the best shooting big man of all time, comparing himself to Dirk. And like, my man, relax.
Yo, please.
Listen,
I saw Dirk with these eyes. You ain't no Dirk.
Yeah, you ain't no Dirk. Listen,
no, sir.
Towns need to have them bags packed, brother.
Yo,
any day now.
Yo, I'm trying to figure out who's gonna get him. I'm gonna be watching that closely.
He's not a bad player, man. He just doesn't.
What do you think he needs?
I don't know, man. I just think he's outgrown that situation. It's time for a fresh city. It's time for a fresh city. But shout out to the Minnesota Timberwolves, man. Ant-Man, with Ant-Man, they got a bright future, man. Hopefully they can put it together.
Yes. Or he's listen. I can see Towns going to. I heard some Knicks talk.
Well, everybody's talking to Knicks, right? Like the Knicks want everybody.
Him and Embiid.
Listen, the Knicks called me. Knicks want everybody. They said I want him.
Yeah, him.
I want him. Knicks want everybody, man. Listen, Knicks are going after anybody, any and everybody, man.
Yeah, but who was you watching? What grabbed your attention this week in the league?
The Spurs beat the Phoenix Suns not once, but
yo. One of the times Devin Booker played.
Yeah, and Wemby went nuts.
Yo, that one dunk, he dunked it like this.
Yo, crazy. and we talked about it a little bit last week, and I was arguing with my guy, shout out to B-Dub, and he really wanted to have the argument that Shaq had, talking about there's no real difference between Bobo and Wemby. If Bobo gets the opportunity, I said, use a lie.
Y'all need to stop that. Make me cuss on the TG13.
The devil's
Yo, no, that's a whole. He's nowhere near no Bobo.
Yo, Wemby is the real deal, man. So that was exciting to see, man. That was a dope game. Man. It was excited to see, like, it's fresh talent coming up, brother. So that's one of the
boy take that ball from KD like he was a baby.
It's crazy. You see them standing next to each other?
Yo. Like,
I mean, before Wemby came into the league, and you figure it's a little bit different than when Durant came in. They're both skinny, right?
Yep.
So he was Slender Man before Wemby came, right? But now, after that Halloween costume, he owns the title.
Yo, when I see now, Wemby's so skinny, when he's next to Durant, it looks like Durant next to me.
Right.
So they both under 200. At 150 and 175.
It is wild, man. But
he's a stud, yo. He is special.
Wemby has a bright future, man.
I can't wait to see him in Chet. We don't. That's gonna be the Skinny Bowl. Shout out to Bombani Jones, the Skinny Bowl for years to come. Watching them two in the same conference, playing like 4 or 5 times a year. I'm loving that.
Yeah, that's gonna be an exciting game. And I saw recently they were talking about when Wemby finally plays LeBron. I think that's in December. They said that's gonna break all types of numbers.
Yeah,
that's gonna break all types of numbers.
That's gonna be crazy. That's gonna be the one.
So real quick, one last thing that really that stood out for you this past week. What else stood out to you? Anything else really stand out to you?
The way the Sixers are rocking and rolling. Yo, Nick Nurse
rocking and rolling.
I pulled up the receipts on Facebook that I was for Nick Nurse. I had to pull them. I should have sent them to you, executive producer. I said I like this pick because I know Nick Nurse is about strategy. See, Doc Rivers is about managing the guys. Oh, well, yeah. Nick Nurse is like, yo, run around. Maxey, get the ball. Move this way. And them trade, that man Batum fit right in.
And Tobias is looking like Tobias again, man.
First time look like the guy we traded for.
Right.
Harden was in the way. We got more Harden later.
Harden is in the way. Let's switch gears, Jack. Let's switch gears. Let's move on to, since I'm him today, let's talk about the real him in the NBA. He said, I'm him. I don't care what they say.
Yes.
But are the Lakers trying to kill LeBron? Are they trying to kill him? Do they know how old he is, brother?
No, they had me capped up like, he only gonna do 29 minutes. In the first game, they tried. They went back in the locker room, and LBJ was like, you know what? I'll let you know when I'm coming out. And they've been, but they're like 3-4, so it's still early in the season.
But he's playing like 36, 37 minutes a game, brother. At 38, get ready to be 39.
I watched that game against Miami, and they needed every last bit of what he did. Like, they was down like 10. He had to get all the points, the rebounds, make the passes. I was like, it's just amazing that he has to carry this kind of burden. And hopefully when Rui Uchimama gets back.
I like to call him Hashitashi. Hashitashi. That's my guy, Hashitashi.
Hashitashi gets back, and Vanderbilt, maybe they could take the minutes down. I got to remember that the other forwards are injured. I see they got Gabe Vincent is injured,
right?
But hopefully with what's the boy's name, Reeves, finally getting his game back. maybe that could get them some time. They play the night we're recording this on Wednesday. They play the Rockets. Dylan Brooks, that's gonna be crazy. He might slide Brown tonight.
Listen,
he can go off.
Listen, he owed LeBron one. He owed LeBron one for sure. LeBron ran him out of there. He said, "Listen, they said
made him trade him."
Yeah, they said you got to go.
Here's what's funny. I know they wish they'd have kept him now because they are sinking down there in Memphis.
And he wasn't a bad player, so
no, man, he was.
All the talking kind of just got in the way.
Yes, man.
But when it comes to LeBron, though, we talked about this recently. I was talking about it in the barbershop. Shout out to Doff and Best Kept. We were talking about why is it so hard to play with LeBron? Because when they got AD, they figured they got their superstar for the future. But it's crazy. Every superstar that plays with LeBron, regardless if LeBron says they're going to have the keys or not, they start to kind of not fall off, but they become a different player. AD is not the same player that he was when he was in that other jersey. I mean, he's just not the same player. Kevin Love wasn't the same player.
You think it's the spotlight of an expectation? Because Bron is a facilitator, team guy, so he's not like, I need the ball. Only one I said who really was like I thought he could have got even better with LeBron. I still think they are the best match was Kyrie.
Right.
Those two together was unbelievable. And I thought AD, because that's the best big man Bron playing with. And where they looked in the bubble. But AD, man, he just like get a little injury yesterday. And I'm looking at a shorter Bam just run all over him.
And it's wild, man. And LeBron's not really getting help, even though they made the trades to give LeBron help. They brought in some younger guys. They brought in a little bit of shooting. Yes. They got some defense now, but even still, LeBron is averaging 37 minutes.
And they need it. They need every minute. And when I think one of the stats was they're like a negative 25 when he's on the bench. Y'all got to fix that. I think they'll round out though. When everybody
realistically, brother, how long can he do this though? Can he do this for the rest of the season and another season? Man, I mean, how long can he continue to do this?
They keep pushing him back. When he turned 39, and he ain't gonna make it to Thanksgiving. Yo, Black Friday is might be his last game. Driving LeBron in the ground. Yo, Darvin Ham was gonna be good. Yo, he might try to kill LeBron. We gonna kill you, Darvin Ham, and something happens to LeBron. Yo, but it was crazy. Somebody raised the point that this is a great stretch for them because their schedule gets easier because they played the top-notch teams, Clippers, Suns, all the contenders, Nuggets. Now they play the Rockets, the Trail Blazers. So this is a chance for him to pick up some wins. Hopefully, he can get some rest.
But the problem is, if he doesn't play, even with some of these subpar teams, they'll lose to if he doesn't play these minutes.
And I'm like, and you talking about this, like, is it difficult for you lose it? And maybe it's a lot of it. A lot of people lose themselves playing with LeBron, maybe because and I think it's different from Jordan because Jordan really had the same kind of teammates.
Right.
Like if you put Bill Winnington and Judd Bushler, I couldn't tell them two white dudes apart. I don't know who's Will Purdue. They all looking like to me.
Will Purdue, they were all the same type of players. Just spot up and just take any shot they can get.
John Kerr, Paxson, same guy to me. But LeBron is many different teams and cities.
But you're right, though. LeBron has played with he's played with some great players.
Different kinds of players. Like he played with Wade.
And basically in his prime. I mean, it was like towards
Wade. He had young Kyrie. He had Bosh.
Bosh in his prime. Yeah. I mean, you figure he had AD in his prime. Yeah. But yet and still, you figure, and I feel like that's the knack against his career. It's like, you've had all these great players, but you only have 4 championships. And it's tough to say, man. I mean, he's doing everything.
Yo, that's what's crazy. Like
he's doing everything.
And when you look at him, we talk about his chips. It's just so like I always wonder what's the conversation him and AD having behind closed doors. Like, yo, like sometimes AD be having like he had 26 points, 8 rebounds, unacceptable. You the big. We need you. Then listen, and we can't. Bomani Jones, he said there's a difference between big man and tall man.
so we call AD a tall guy.
Tall man.
Is he a tall man?
AD's a tall. We keep getting he's like a tall guard. So
yeah, and it's so crazy because he was a guard in high school up into what? He's like 12th grade year. You figure he was
like it. He's not a banger. That's why he didn't want to be the center. So, but they were at their best, and they still might have to go to that. That's why I'd start Christian Wood at the 5 and do like how they ran in the bubble. When they had Dwight Howard taking on the big guys, AD was unbelievable. I just think there's a lot for us to ask him to stick an Embiid who's bigger than him.
Yeah.
Then give you 30.
And then score at the same time,
and stay injury free. That's too much to ask.
The wind blow, he might get hurt. So you got to be careful.
Like, listen.
And those guys are you figure somebody trying to guard Embiid?
Some of these are bruisers.
Guys, like,
and when you line up those guys next to AD, you can tell, they're centers.
Yeah. AD's just a tall man.
He's just a tall man.
He's a tall man. But man, they got to get LeBron's minutes down, brother.
LeBron alive, please.
Yeah.
That's all we ask.
Yeah, but I don't know what's going to change. I don't see anything happening in the near future that's going to make him be able to play less minutes.
Man, hopefully, I'm thinking they turn this thing around. In there, and I think he's playing a lot because they can't afford, because everybody in the West, probably except for the Rockets and the Blazers, think they're going to get in that final 8.
Yeah. All
of them. Everybody. Dallas is 4-1, 5-1, looking great.
They look good.
You got even Zion Williamson. He's missing a game because he's having a son tonight. Having a kid tonight. Let y'all do with that what you will.
Leave that alone.
They're gonna be good.
That joke writes itself.
Kings is gonna be good when Fox gets it's so many good teams. They don't want to do what they did last year and have to run off that 10-game win streak. That's probably what they can't do. They can't do that again.
But the thing is, I get you're trying to continue, trying to have some wins during this tough stretch. Mm-hmm. But come April, what's he going to have left in the tank? Realistically, if he keeps doing this at 39, he's already putting up numbers that nobody his age has ever put up. You figure the highest point per game before him was Vince Harden.
How many times you gonna hear that this year?
Like every 9 in year 21. Like, come on, he's averaging 25 points per game. He's still averaging the same numbers he's always averaged.
Flying through the air.
38 and 39.
Them dunks he was dunking against the Heat, I'm like, how?
Listen,
38.
Remember the commercial a couple years ago when he had Father Time in it? Listen, he must got naked pictures of God or something, like Nas said. How are you staying healthy?
I don't get it. And they was like, here's what's funny. They were like, his cracks are starting to show, or he's slowing up. He's supposed to be 38, but his slow up is still faster than everybody else. That one pick with him jumping next to Kevin Durant has got to be the crazy. I thought it was doctored.
He's an alien for real. Like, it's crazy. Like, to still be able to do that. I mean, that says so much about him, man. He's clearly taking care of his body.
And last thing on this point, do you think that we're expecting is AD just who he is? He's just going to be. He's going to be great, but not consistently all worldly.
It's tough. I think AD is what he is. Yeah. But it leads back to the point that I was saying a little while ago. Is it because now he's playing with LeBron? I feel like once you play with LeBron, like, you're, as bad as it's going to sound, you're kind of tainted. Chris Bosh didn't end up kind of having a career after LeBron left. Yeah. But Dwayne Wade started to fade. I mean, you got Kyrie Irving, who's still having a good career after, but you look at what's my man's name that played with him in Cleveland?
Kevin Love.
Kevin Love. Like, Kevin Love was never the same player. Kevin Love was a star in Minnesota. Yeah. So it might be another case of the curse of the LeBron. I think AD is what he is.
Yeah, man. I hate to say it, but all he needs and LeBron don't need him to be. I don't think he needs to get 35 and 20. But if he can be he just needs AD to be very. If we can get LeBron to just play very good and not great, have the bench to be good, they'll go far. But they're gonna kill him if he got to play great every night. If we got to, if y'all need that 35,
right? Every night he can't do that every night.
Man, I know as soon as he gets in the locker room, he just throw wine on himself.
Take a wine bath. Oh my God. All right. So listen. So speaking of a true big man versus a really tall man, let's talk about a true big man, brother.
Yeah, listen.
The Joker is no joke,
buddy.
And we're from the Philadelphia area, and we're Embiid guys, right?
Oh,
and
yeah.
I think we hated on the Joker because we dimmed his light.
Oh, yeah.
we dimmed Joker's light to make Embiid's light a little bit brighter, but I don't think we can do it anymore.
Bro. I was with it.
Joker is legit.
Buddy, I knew he learned like in his game. I remember watching him in the bubble, and and Anthony Davis was better than him.
Yeah, at that time, absolutely.
Yeah, like Anthony Davis he's better than him and Giannis. That ain't even that long ago.
No.
And all them cats, he's better than Embiid. That's why it was such a big deal for him to get to the Lakers.
Right.
Now Joker is a step ahead. I think he got all of them. He might be the best in man. I think last game I saw him, he had 35, 15, and 12.
Is the Joker the best player in the NBA?
I always want to go with Giannis, maybe because I like him. But I don't know if I think it's definitely out of those two. But I just got to give it to the Joker. I hate to do it.
I think in the last year, between end of all of last season and the beginning of this season, the Joker is just hands down just better than everybody else. I mean, he's better than Giannis to me because he can dribble, he can pass,
free throws,
he can shoot, he can shoot threes, free throws. I mean, he does everything out there, minus the defense that Giannis gives you. The Joker does everything else.
Yeah, and he and here's how good we're gonna see because Jamal Murray with the hamstring injury, so he's gonna be out for a month, and I bet you they have a winning record.
I'll go even further than that and say that they'll probably still be like top 5 team in the league. Not only a winning record, but probably like top 5 in the league still.
They ain't gonna miss a beat, man. They ain't gonna miss a beat. And when I look at when you look at some of the blunders the Lakers made, when I see Kentavious Caldwell-Pope over there on the Nuggets, like that's the guy they should have kept. He put them over the hump.
It's frustrating.
And I always watch how Joker finds those guys right where they need the ball. He's making them better. He's not boisterous. He going right to the crib, going with his horses. He drinks a lot of beer.
A lot of beer.
Where all the dives is
the darkest beers at that. Like we're talking Yingling and like Guinness
beer. He gets out there and just kills, man. When Embiid dominated him when he was in Philly, I was like, that's it. MVP, he's best. But Embiid, his game, I say he's more dominant, but he doesn't uplift the team with his game like Joker. Joker is like LeBron in that sense. Their games uplift everybody.
Right.
He makes them so much better. He puts the confidence in them. That's why I think he's the best.
28, 12, and 8 on this team.
28, 12, and 8.
Like, what are you supposed to do with that? Like 28, almost 13 rebounds, 8.5 assists.
He's 7 feet
on 63%
assists.
shooting.
63% shooting.
Come on.
These people can't even shoot that from the free throw line.
Like,
this dude is making it. Got to give it up to him.
In the Western Conference at that, though, like I mean, the East and the West are not like what it once was. The disparity is not as great as it once was, but the West is still, in my opinion, the better conference. And he's doing this in the West. And you figure for long stretches of time, he's doing this without his other star player in Jamal Murray. So to me, he gets the slight nod over Luka, Steph, Giannis, LeBron, even, which pains me to say. I mean, LeBron's 38, so he should be back.
LeBron ain't supposed to be in this discussion.
Right? I mean, even KD. I mean, you name all the great players. I mean, I think the Joker is showing that he's the best player in the league. And has.
Did you see this coming with him when you watched him in the bubble? Like he's gonna be like he went to so many different levels. I thought Giannis was. I thought Giannis, and when the Lakers won the championship, I said AD's gonna take the league over.
Yeah, and you figure the very next year is when he got his. What's that? 2021 when he got his, right?
Running off the MVPs,
and he started from the time he came into the league. Giannis got better and better and better. I didn't foresee Giannis to become what he became. So I definitely did not foresee Joker. He was picked in the second round. I mean, I thought he would be a solid player.
I thought he was cool, even against the. Like I said, the Joker's good.
Yeah, he's a good player.
Like him, the best. I didn't see that coming.
I never saw MVP seasons. I mean, let's be honest. If we're being honest, he should have 3 MVPs.
Damn, I was hoping you would get around that. You're just gonna go to Embiid's house and take his trophy.
Give me that. And then he should have won the MVP. And then he said, "You can have that MVP. I'll just go win the championship and win Finals MVP, and then leave it on the stage and not even really care about it."
That's what I hate. That's why I hate him.
He didn't even want it. He was at the press conference, and they're asking him about the parade. He's like, "When is it?" I got something to do. He didn't want to go to the parade. He didn't want to go to the parade.
Joker, we give it up to you. You are special. He's an old timer, man. We're gonna have to have that center conversation. That's gonna get interesting in a couple years. That's gonna get interesting.
But let me ask you a question. Or you think we need a couple years, or are we already there?
Man, I think. Listen, I'm trying to give him as least amount of slack as I can.
Because you listen.
I think he's there, man.
He's already had a better career than Patrick Ewing.
David Robinson. If he win another chip, the stats is going to be nobody. He's going to have stats like prime Moses Malone, Shaq.
They were. I mean, I think last year they were comparing him to Hakeem Olajuwon. I mean, it sounds like it's far fetched, but is it?
And him and somebody said, and he's gonna have a long career because he ain't jumping, he ain't hurting his ligaments, he ain't the non-athleticism is gonna work in his favor.
He can pass, he can shoot,
never hurt.
You're going to have to foul. That's crazy. He's
always
never hurt.
Always plays. I don't get that.
I don't know if I've ever really thought about that. He is never really hurt.
All those other big guys go down.
And I think
our guy, every time he hit the ground, I just get in a prayer mode.
Listen, Embiid, he falls way too much. Don't even get
I hate that. Don't even get. I was telling someone, they were saying Anthony Davis falls a lot. So you ain't watching the Sixers.
Listen, I think Embiid really thinks he's a 6-foot guard from Georgetown. He plays like Allen Iverson, hitting the ground as many times as he hits it.
You were too big to be falling. Get up, my guy.
Fall less.
Stay up.
Hurry up.
Oh my God, man.
Oh man, he falls way too much. But I think the Joker's lack of athletic ability is actually going to extend his career, man.
Yeah, man.
It really is, man. Because like you said, he's not going to sprain an ankle. He don't jump much higher than the phone book. He's not. Wait, how you going to sprain his ankle?
I was watching when he was playing and Anthony Davis had like 40 that game, but his 40 and the Joker's 40, totally different 40, man.
Listen,
it's a soul snatching 40, and he banging him in the chest. I was like, yo, y'all gotta go find a center.
Listen, when AD gives you 40, you're gonna hear Anita Baker in the background, giving you the best. He's giving it his all. You see that in the Western Conference Finals last year. He was hitting threes over AD. Like it was
deflating, man. Yeah, man.
It's totally different, man. So I don't know, man. I just don't know, man. The Joker, man. I mean,
is he the front runner for MVP?
I think so.
Yeah, man.
I think so. I mean, at the start of the season, obviously we're early into the season. About
him and Embiid again? Him and Embiid again.
Him and Embiid again.
Giannis probably gonna add. Giannis catch up is gonna be them three. Probably Luka, maybe Luka.
Because they're playing good, and I don't know about Giannis this year because I think it's gonna take probably a whole season for him and Dame to figure that thing out. Like they're playing relatively good, but I think they need a little bit more time. So I think it's another season of Embiid and the Joker.
Yeah, man.
But we're gonna see what happens.
Yes, sir.
All right, brother. I got a question for you.
What is that?
The in-season tournament. Can anyone explain it? What is it?
They changed the floor on us. I thought it was going to be in Vegas. I thought it was happening, and y'all telling me it's only on the weekends. What the hell is going on?
Listen.
I'm supposed to know, and I'm confused, dog.
Listen, we did an episode last week. We talked about it. We read the rules. I thought I had an idea of what it is. Then I watched the first night. It was entertaining. The courts were different, like you said. Different courts. That was really cool. And I was confused. And I thought just maybe because, I'm a fan and I'm watching it.
Yeah.
But when I saw them interview Bones Highland, he was sitting there like, hey, man, I'm going to be honest with you, man. I don't even know what it is.
Yo, he's in the league.
He's playing.
If he don't know, we ain't going to know.
Listen, he's scratching his head like, I'll be honest with you. I don't even know. I said, if he don't know what he's playing, he said he looked at the schedule. He said they got a trophy next to certain games in the fall. He's like, wait a minute. In the spring, like that's supposed to be in June. We talking about the finals or something. It's wild, man. I don't understand it, man. It's exciting.
Yes.
It was exciting to watch. Draymond said it felt like a playoff game.
Wow, okay.
So
I mean, players dig it.
Yeah, the players dig it. But as far as the rules, it is a lot. So the games that count towards the tournament are only on the weekends?
That's what's throwing me off.
It's wild, brother. I seen a couple players that said they didn't understand it. They're just playing games, but on a different color court.
Yo, you know who's laughing at them? The NCAA.
Right.
Y'all need to take some March Madness lessons and figure it out. Maybe they'll tighten it up a little next year. It's in Vegas in December. They just out here playing. And the brackets are killing me.
Yeah, and it's hard to keep up with.
I don't know what's going on with those.
The first night was real entertaining, though. The first night was definitely entertaining. You figure OKC almost beat the Warriors. The Dallas game came down to the wire. I watched the Knicks game. So it was definitely some good basketball being played. And you could tell that them dudes was out there really trying to win because you figure if you can win this in-season tournament, it's definitely a momentum shifter. It gives you some confidence, especially like a young team.
Be the first one to win that, man. Yeah, that's a major accomplishment.
A young team like OKC winning this thing, what does that do for them?
Ooh, man, and that SGA, if they get a hold of that, they're gonna run through that West. If a young team gets it in the West, it's gonna propel them for the rest of the season.
And the thing that I like about it that I kind of understand, I think, is that, it's kind of like the winner go home. I mean, it kind of has the NCAA feel to it, but I just don't understand it. So don't be surprised if somebody like a San Antonio, man.
Sneak in there, man.
Sneak in there. And, once you're in there, you get hot, you can win this thing, but it's going to take a little bit more time for us to figure this thing out, brother.
In NBA, this is no slander. Please don't put me on your do not call list.
Please do not.
Just trying to figure it out. That's all. If Bones don't know, what you expect us to do with it?
If that conversation doesn't get you on the do not call list, maybe the next segment will.
Tell us, sir.
It is time for weekly Harden slander.
Oh yeah,
weekly Look at Harden. That beard. Look, he should have hit his left hand. Jersey looks dumb. Yo,
this guy, first press conference. You try to, you at the gig for the first time. Want to make a good impression. Mm-hmm. Try to say the right things.
All the right things.
This guy brings his beard to the mic. Brings that left hand to the mic and says,
he brings that beard to the mic.
He says, I'm an assistant player. I am assistant with your first
with game. A straight face.
Yo, I don't know who. He's got to be an only child.
Yo,
he didn't have a big brother, somebody just giving him, like, telling him to shut up. And he says whatever. And I'm looking at this guy, like, I'm watching him play, and I'm like, let me pull up the stats he had. He made his debut playing as we speak, he's playing one of his old teams, Brooklyn Nets.
Right.
They're losing to them.
And I saw when they lost that first game, I said, oh man, they're gonna play all four of them. How's this gonna work? I can't wait to see this. And they played all four of them.
Yo, with Zoom.
And they lost on the first time they played. They showed those highlights. Paul George was looking up at this.
Yo, that pick.
Is that right? Is that score right?
Knicks is running all over them, man. That ain't gonna work. Those four in the lineup, because Harden ain't gonna stick nobody.
Dog.
They didn't bring him here for that.
I said to myself when they lost, I said, oh, I know my partner in crime is sleeping like a baby tonight.
Oh, yo, it made me feel so good. Man, because I am against James Harden succeeding. I will catch the train and throw stuff at him while the game is playing. I don't want him to win anything. I don't want him to win the scrimmage. I don't want him to I hope they start Westbrook over him. I hope somebody cuts his beard in the middle of the night. I am here to slander James Harden.
If they play a game of Uno on the plane, I hope he gets a draw too.
I hope the table collapses. In a flat tire on the side of the road.
Listen,
so y'all can expect every week some Harden slander.
And this is the thing, man. Like, it's spoiled brat behavior, like you said, man. The fact that he's getting what he wants and he doesn't succeed everywhere he goes. At this stage, I think this is the last straw for him, man.
Getting old, man.
He can't do this again.
It's getting old, man. I was like, man, you think, like, and it's messing up his legacy. I said, he got traded from OKC to Houston. Houston to Brooklyn. Brooklyn to Philly. Philly to LA. All this happened in like the last 4 years. Right since the bubble.
Yeah.
That's a lot, man. And
sometimes Houston.
Yes.
Brooklyn Nets.
Yes.
76ers.
Yes.
And now the LA Clippers. I mean, like, that is crazy. Like, did you see his career going this way when he was in Houston?
Oh, man. No, they was this close to beating the Warriors.
At one point in time, I remember Charles Barkley, and it sounded crazy. It didn't sound crazy to me at the time because he had a point. He said he might be as good of a scorer as Michael Jordan because at the time when he was doing those sidestep threes and they weren't calling it, he was getting fouled.
Yo, like he was getting up like 37 points a game. And I know
37
what
points a
Barkley
game.
said. With the rules, he was the best to manipulate the rules of the day.
Right.
And now he's the best at getting traded. Oh, listen, he'll blow it up. See, Dame was like, okay, I'll be nice. I'll show up. Harden was like, he's a liar.
He's a liar.
Joe Embiid, he's a liar too. He'll burn the place down. He is the, the meme with the girl on the swings, everything's burning. That's James Harden. He trying to get out of the city. He'll burn it up just on the swings.
He'll burn that thing down.
Yo, he's back home too. He's back home. Oh,
good luck. We'll save the rest of the slander for next week.
We'll have more for you.
All right, brother. It's time for one of my favorite parts of each show.
Tell me, sir.
That's a fact, Jack stat of the week.
Well, you've been dropping it too.
All right. So think about Twitter, right?
Yes, sir.
This is going to seem like it's so left field. We're talking about Twitter or X, whatever they call it.
Oh, they're killing me with that.
But we're going to talk about when it was called Twitter. So what was the logo for the Twitter? What was it? The bird?
Yes, sir.
The name of the bird on the Twitter logo is Larry. It was named after Larry Bird.
You made that up.
The Hall of Fame forward who played 13 seasons with the Boston Celtics. Twitter co-founder Biz Stone, who was a native of Boston, said he grew up hearing the name Bird a lot and likened it to a synonym for greatness. Hence the reason why the Twitter Bird got the name.
Good God Almighty.
So that's a fact, Jack stat of the week. Did you know that, brother?
Nowhere near.
Who would have guessed that?
And I'm a Twitter ex guy. That's my thing over there.
Larry Bird. The bird was after Larry Bird.
I wonder why they made it blue. Why wouldn't it be green?
They didn't. I didn't find that in my research.
You're gonna send me down a rabbit hole. I'll be looking up that stuff all day.
I can't hear you. You're cutting out. I can't hear you. No.
It's Larry. My mind is blown with that one.
Larry after the bird.
Yo, your
trivia.
Your trivia can't be tested.
Can't be tested. All right, brother. We got a fun segment. Coming up, man. So at the beginning of every show, you say, and maybe even some sneaker.
Yes, sir.
So on the third episode, we're going to have some sneaker talk, brother.
Yes, we are.
We're going to have some sneaker talk. So we are each going to do our top 5 favorite basketball sneakers. And let me give the disclaimer before we go into it, brother.
No,
we are not crazy.
Yes.
We did not include any Michael Jordan sneakers on purpose. No. So do not come for us.
We're going to do a whole Jordan segment one of these days.
Jordan deserves his own segment. And let me give another disclaimer. Our picks are mostly 90s. The 90s era. We're 90s guys.
I ain't going to have no Durants.
You ain't going to have no Kobe's. You ain't going to have no LeBron.
We're sorry.
I don't know what to tell you.
You're welcome.
So all right, so who should go first? You want to go first, brother? Go first.
Sure. You got an executive producer?
We got an executive producer. Shout out to the Briz, man.
Well, she's all right. She's all right, but she's not real. Yo, I think my joints is all in the same year, 1995.
That's when you had that killer fadeaway.
Oh, man.
Woo!
I tell you. Those right there, Penny's first ones, those Air Pennies, 1995, they're gorgeous. One of my favorites, man. Look at them,
man.
And Orlando had the best colors.
Yeah, they definitely
for sneakers for his sneakers. Oh man, the colors, those I really like those, man. They just brought them out a year or two ago, and it's crazy to see all these young kids wanting them and wear them who didn't have them. One of my favorites.
A lot of people are not going to understand this pick for you, but I do, brother. Explain this pick.
You know, Tupac had him on in the video. I know Tupac, your boy.
Listen, these were cold when we were in. What were we in? Like middle? You were probably in 8th grade. I think I was in 9th grade when these came out.
Man, when I pulled up the South Brandywine with those on, you couldn't. I told everybody, don't even talk to me today.
Listen, man, these were as big as the Jordans at that time.
Remember, because he was Grant Hill was like the first LeBron,
right? And before the younger crowd tries to flame us, the felines like basketball sneakers were in back then.
Even the Stack Houses was cool. Shout out to Ryan.
Man. Yeah. What else you got, brother?
I think we got.
Look at them things there, brother.
96. He dropped those questions, buddy. I still think there's still some of the coldest looking kicks.
Man,
color waves can't beat them.
The Coatesville basketball team played in those during that time too, man. So I can still see Reese Bryant's shorts being bigger than him,
tripping over,
but having those on, throwing alley-oops to Tootie and them.
Here's a sleeper, another 95. These were the Jason Kids Arizona flights. I love these. Had them and they are some of my favorites, man.
Love them
those
too.
were some hot kicks.
Yes, they were.
Here, same era, man. I'm stuck in that era. And my last ones. These are some Nike up tempos that I had. 1995. They were so comfortable for ball and kicks. They was the first ones. I think it was like 130. I had to do some scamming to get those out of my grandma, but she came through for me. 130. Those are my favorite 5 basketball sneakers.
Those are great picks, brother.
I appreciate it.
Great picks. So, I gotta say, that's our guy. You already know the Air Max 2 CB4 94 OG black purple. Listen, those
came
things
back out
there. Oh man,
gorgeous.
Barkley was dunking all over your favorite player in
hard. Don't let that talking fool you on TNT.
Please don't. And these were another one of my favorites. Man, when Kevin Garnett was in Minnesota, that colorway was so cold with the fade and the blue. Buddy, the Nike Air 3 Garnets, man. Man.
They can come back out with them.
I've been trying to find them, brother. They went about $600-700 for those right now. Like they haven't re-released. Brother, you went with the red toe. I went with the blue toe.
Ooh,
this was just such a big shoe when we were in high school, man. So that tells you how old we each are. This was such a big shoe. You figure this is like his rookie year.
Yeah, man.
Crossing Jordan up in those. Oh,
colorways was crazy.
God, love those. And a lot of people won't know about these.
Ooh.
So one of my favorite players growing up was Tim Hardaway with the killer crossover that you kept two-step. Ooh. So these are the Nike Air Go LWP Orlando colorway, man. These things right here, my grandmother gave me some money. I flew to Exton Mall to go get those. And I used to get in trouble for buying too many sneakers. So I remember when I bought these, I threw the box away in the mall. and last but not least,
these gorgeous sneakers.
The Nike Huaraches. Shout out to Chris Webber and oh my God, that Fab Five. They made these things so iconic.
Oh, those are the ones, man. Great.
Listen, I still got them down in the vault and the tuck, and I just wait for the bright day. Like you gotta be a beautiful sunny day to pull those out. You can't bring those out on a rainy day. Those are too special.
They don't understand. Not on a rainy day. No way, man.
You can't do it, brother. You can't do it.
Oh, man. Great picks, man.
Brother.
That's sneaker talk right there.
Can you believe we're at the end of episode 3?
And not cancel you. We're still on the air.
We still on there. Oh man, so let's close it up, brother. You go first. Give me some shout outs, brother.
I want to give a shout out to Rod Stewart. He been hitting me with all these classic sneaker joints. We've been talking about sneakers on Instagram for 2 weeks, man. And he been sending me some heat. I just want to say thank you, brother. Shout out to you. And shout out to everyone who's been tuning in and sharing, especially you, Eric, Bub, the Poet McKay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Shout out to Bub, man. Shout out to Bub. So today I'm shouting out my boys. Every time they hear me filming an episode, they wait to see if I'm going to talk about them. So shout out to my twin boys, Christopher and Isaiah. They probably upstairs jumping up and down. Shout out to my guys. Daddy loves you. Daddy loves you.
Man, that's it, man.
Yes, sir. Another hot one, brother.
We see y'all next week. Same place, same time. Make sure you follow us. Politics as usual. Talk on IG. Follow us on Instagram. And shout out to Chris Jones for working on getting us on them social platforms like Spotify, so y'all can catch the audio and listen to us talk all this trash while you're at work. Listen, we're signing off. That's Adam Carter. Where can they follow you, sir?
I am Mr. Scott A. Carter 13.
And you can follow me, Rashad Grove, Blade Brown. Grove. Grove. We're signing off. We'll see you when we see you.